how are you all today? Lovely to see you. Just turn the fan off, otherwise you're not going to be able to hear me, are you? Apologies for my absence over the past couple of weeks. If you watch my February wrap-up even, which I'll link down below. I told you life's been a bit crazy my end, so had to look after a bit of my own sanity and my own mental health. And I've been damn near exhausted, but I am trying to slowly get back into this with, like I said, my February wrap-up, which is down below, and my March TBR. Hi! This is going to be a TBR of sorts, but it is also going to be a more reading plans, because I am at the point at the moment in the year when there are so many books coming out right now that I am so desperate to read. And there's so many books that I want to read that are either just new, just out, or backlist. My brain doesn't know what to do with it. My brain's like, there's too many books, and I'm like, okay. And that's causing me to not want to read. And I don't want that. That's, no. So what we're going to do with this video, I'm going to talk to you about, because I've actually already read 3 books in March. Check me out. I've already read 3 books in March. I've got my kind of next ones that I'm going to go on to this next. And then I want to give you an idea of specifically some titles that have either come out already or that I own that are backlist that I really, really want to get to in March. Okay, so let's talk about the ones I've read already. My first read in March was this absolute dynamite book, Pages & Co. Tilly and the Book Wanderers by Anna James. This is a middle grade book about our main character called Tilly, who her mom disappeared. Her dad's nowhere to be found. Her mom disappeared, so she lives with her grandparents, and her grandparents have a bookshop called Pages & Co. And while there, Tilly is a bookworm. She quite happily helps out in the summer months. And while there, she discovers that she has a magical ability, and that she has the ability to be a book wanderer. How does she discover this? When Alice from Alice in Wonderland and Anne from Anne and Green Gables appear in the shop and talk to her like real human beings. Yep. You heard me right. This is about Tilly's adventures going through all kinds of books, meeting all kinds of characters. There's friendship, there's love, there's family, there's, her mom's disappeared, but maybe that's not all it was up to. And this was such a warm hug of a book. It was like, I love you. I think it classes as middle grade, but I mean, look at this. It is so pretty. And I've got to show you the naked hardcover, because that's, firstly, end pages. Look at that. Let me show you the naked hardcover of this. Look at this! Look at this! Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's so beautiful! And I really, really enjoyed this book. I'm not going to spoil my end of March wrap-up, but I just enjoyed it. It was such a warm hug of a book, and exactly what I needed, bearing in mind what I've just said to you about not knowing where to start. I loved this. Because I loved that so much, I followed it up with the sequel! Pages & Co. Tilly and the Lost Fairy Tales. So if I show you this one, we got some extension on this one, linking to some things that happen in the story, but I can't possibly tell you that. So with this one, again, it's about another book wandering adventure. It's about kind of the bookish, jumping into wandering in books, but the bookish world's disappearing into each other, and black holes, and saving the bookish world. Again, another such a wonderful warm hug of a book. Just love, just love, just love. Both middle grade. Can't recommend these 2 enough. Slight spoiler for my end of the month wrap-up, but can't recommend these enough. And I think Anna James has just announced there's going to be some more in this series, which I will definitely be picking up. Another one that I've had for a while that I don't know why I didn't pick up, but I picked it up on a whim. And slight spoiler alert, this is my favourite book that I've read in 2020 so far. We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Magia. I hope I've spelled that right. I have no idea why I've been sleeping on this, because this was phenomenal. Blow my mind how good this was. Not only does it have the most stunning cover, I mean, look at it, look at that aesthetic. Essentially, the vibes, the way I best describe this, now I've read it, is you've got kind of Handmaid's Tale with elements of Girls of Paper and Fire. So it's in a world where, due to kind of the gods, it's a Latinx inspired kind of fantasy mythology element to it, which is brilliant because you don't see enough of that. And basically in this world, the upper classes young men in the upper classes essentially get into a position where they buy a wife. But because of what happens with the kind of the gods in the past at the start of the story, every man gets 2 wives. They get a primera, who is the kind of wife who does the business and runs the house and is like the face of the family and goes to the social events and schmoozes. And then they get a segunda, proper pronunciation, I apologise, who is like the love interest, so does the children, has the children, cooks the food, has all the kind of the non-business like side of things. So our main character in this is called Danny. She is from the kind of the lower classes outside of the walled area of the city, and her parents kind of ran away, pushed her through, got her fake papers so that she could attend this school to become a primera and have the life that she deserved. She hasn't seen her parents in many years. She doesn't know where they are. So she has been, she's the longest serving student at the school. But when we start, she's just short, coming up on her final graduation to become a primera. So she's the business side of things. But in amongst all that, she's actually contacted by a member of this rebel group called La Voz, who want her, because they know where she's come from, even though she's trying to hide it from everybody, to kind of be an inside spy, an inside mole, and help them overthrow the upper class. I think that's all I need to say right now. Go and get it. If you're sleeping on this, get on this. This is absolutely stunning. I have an arc of the sequel, We Unleash the Merciless Storm, which I will be jumping on at some point this month because I really, really enjoyed it. Oh, I should say, female romance representation in here. You know we love that, right? Going forward then to what the hell I want to read for the rest of the month. There are so many books I want to read for the rest of the month. And I just don't know where to start. So the first 2 I've picked up because I think I was going to go straight into We Unleash the Merciless Storm to follow We Set the Dark on Fire. But I think I need a bit of a light-hearted gap because this is intense. So I picked up these 2 recently. You'll see they've still got the stickers on from the bookstore. I apologise. Anna K by Jenny Han. I'm intrigued by this one because it is a modern Anna Karenina retelling with I'm going to say Asian because I'm not sure whereabouts kind of this character's heritage is from, with an Asian main character. Never read Anna Karenina, but fascinated by this. And I've also picked up Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. Male retelling of Greece. Sold. I literally don't need to say anything else about that. That has completely sold me on this and I can't even start with how excited I am to read it. But the thing is, I don't know, I have so much I want to read and it's like all at once. I have my copy, it's over there. The Kingdom of Bacchus come. My copy of Rules for Kingdom of Bacchus Marilu. I've been desperate to get. This is one of my most anticipated books of the year. It's just over there on a pile, just out of my camera shot. That's here. Rules for Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson, which I know in America has been publicised as 8 Perfect Murders. Here in the UK, it's Rules for Perfect Murders. That's here. What else have I got over there? So many things. The Vanishing Deep by Astrid Sharp. Fascinated by that. The Blossom and the Firefly. It's not one I'd heard of before, but I kind of saw it on Goodreads and was like, that sounds really interesting. I've seen a lot of books kind of Japanese-inspired mythology recently, so I'm really excited about that. What else have I got over there? All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. I finally got myself a copy of. Desperate to read it. Alice by Heart, which is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. Hayley and Bookland, pick this up, girl. The Night Spinner by Edith Thorley. The Sundown Motel, which I think was a recommendation from Lala. So many books I want to read this month, and quite frankly, I don't know where to start. I've also just rebought myself the Noughts and Crosses series by Mallory Blackman. It's just started on TV here in the UK. I love the first episode. I love what they did with it. It's kind of inspired me to do a full reread. I've read the first 2 books before. I don't think I ever got past book 2. No, I don't think I ever got past book 2. But yeah, it's classic. If you've never read it, please. It is more kind of middle grade story with YA themes. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. Actually, no, I'd probably cast Noughts and Crosses as a young adult now I think about it. Go look it up. It's so good. I've also got, I want to start looking at, everyone's telling me I need to read Kay Ancram. The Wicker King, I've also got The Waiting in Our Stars. But that's coming up for a secret project that hopefully you'll get something about this month. she says, if I keep going. I'm also picking up some classics. Look at this edition of Little Women. Isn't it stunning? I'm like, it's also like the size of my head. Look at that for a chunk. So many things I want to pick up. What else have I got here? Ooh, let me get this down. You know, Children of Virtue and Vengeance I still haven't picked up. I really want to pick up The Mercies by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. Her last book, The Deathless Girls, I adored. Never read Atmosphere like it. Never read Atmosphere like it. Foul is Fair by Hannah Cappin. I've also bought Chain of Gold, even though I've never read any of the Shadowhunters series. I'm going to read like the Infernal Devices first. So I bought Chain of Gold, and I've bought House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. It's just crazy, but loads of books. Just really want to read all the books. Not enough time. First world problems, eh? It's a joy to see you, BookTube. Stay tuned to here and my Instagram at StageyBookish, which is linked down below. Also, you can pop over and join me on Goodreads. Again, that link is down below. Come and see what I'm reading and what the hell I decide to do with all of this, because it's all the books. I've not enough time to read them all. This has been Stagey Bookish. I'm Olivia. I'll see you on the next video, YouTube. Bye!